Good morning. Yo. Um, Cranked up the mic volume a little bit. Maybe you can hear me better, maybe you can't, you know what I mean? Obviously, I didn't test it beforehand because I don't care about you that much. I mean, today's the last day of the hair. Uh, none of this is related to today's video, but I am shaving all. Well, depending on how bad it goes tomorrow, I might be shaving all my hair off. Yeah. Dude, the bald patch in the back, it's like it's actually bad, and the only time that I see it, I'm like, oh my god, it's bad, dude. I'm balding in the front. I'm balding in the front. Yeah, it's reversed, but it's I'm balding quite badly, as you can see. Stress has gotten to me. Um, but yeah, when I see it in the back, I'm like, oh god, dude, like you gotta join the Bald Brothers group or something. Like I'm gonna have to get in the Bald Brothers group soon. Okay. None of this is related to anything. Um, so today's video will just be about, I don't know, I guess the perks of not being homeless, not living on the street. You know what I mean? Just the perks, right? Just, it'd be everything you think you take for granted, but I'll describe it, I guess, whatever I can think of. I don't want to make a list, dude. Every time I make a list, it's just like stupid because it's so long, and then it's just like, it doesn't work, and then when I don't make a list, I forget everything anyway, so whatever. I'm going to the bathroom. You might be like, going to the bathroom. Yeah, so like I don't go in bottles or nothing like that. Like I mean, I wouldn't go to the bathroom in any weird manner. Um, I go find a gas station. So like I got to crank my car on, and then I gotta go find a gas station that I can go into. And it wasn't too bad in South Carolina, but up here, I kept having to hit the exact same gas station all the time. So the people just, it was just awkward because I just walk in, I don't have nothing to say to nobody. I just need to use the bathroom and roll out. Like I'm not here to steal nothing. Just need to use the bathroom. But yeah, just needing to use the bathroom. Like, and you wouldn't believe how bad it sucks needing to use public restrooms. Let's just say, dude, my thingy, I hate that. So you need to go number two. And that bathroom, there's one stall in the bathroom, so it's taken. So like, you gotta go find another public restroom. You're gonna have to go to like maybe Walmart or like a store around here if you can find one. And hopefully there's nobody randomly in that bathroom too, because that sucks. Like you hit multiple bathrooms, you can't go. It just that sucks. Just being able to be like, oh hey dude, like I need to pee, and not needing to be like, all right, well maybe I need to go on some 20-30 minute journey so I can go pee. Hopefully it's not that long, but I've woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning with my stomach hurting so bad, wanting to cry, and then had to go to two. No, I think I had to go to three gas stations, and the second one was one that I had already been to. So like I went to one, two of the stalls were full. I went to the next one, the two stalls were full. I doubled back to the first one. Like I had to go so bad. Like it sucks. Like not being able to just get up and go to the bathroom sucks. Like it's horrible. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, I guess maybe if you can go in a bottle or something, like it's cool for you. But like, I always thought about indecent exposure, and it's weird to me. So, no bottle. Um, I'd have to go find the gas station, which sucked. Sleeping. You know, sleeping sucks. Obviously, sleeping in your car, sleeping in whatever you're sleeping outdoors. Anyone can run up on you. Animals can run up on you. Trucks, loud noises all the time. Anything can pop off. You know what I mean? So sleeping's not great. Um, this might sound weird, but it's, in a sense, it's easier to sleep in a parking lot full of people than it is to sleep in the middle of nowhere by yourself, because like, if anything pops off, there's other people around. You know what I mean? There's some level of accountability. Versus like when the sheriffs roll up on you in the middle of nowhere, it's kind of just like whatever his body cam said or didn't say. So it's a little sketch. It's just hard to sleep. You don't get good restful sleep, obviously, as you could imagine. Showers, like just bathing. You gotta find a gym. You know what I mean? Which in itself kind of sucks. You can You can do it in a lot of different ways. You can attempt to hide the fact that you live whatever homeless or whatever, and you just need a shower by like going in and working out and doing whatever. You work like a physical job, a hard job. Um, you're not gonna want to bust out 8 hours, or maybe you don't go shower every day because it's too far and it doesn't make financial sense because it's like what costs you $12 if you wanted to go take a shower, so it just doesn't make sense. So you only go a couple times a week, like 2, 3 times a week. So on top of that, it's just like you probably don't want to work out and try and like who are you trying to show anything to, right? So I did that for a little bit and then that just stopped because I didn't care what people thought. So I just go in and shower, or use the facilities in whatever manner I might need, or don't. Um, Everyone in South Carolina was pretty cool. Up in Ohio, some weirdos. I got like sprayed with a hose by some roided out weirdo. People were weird to me because like I would plug stuff in, like I pick lockers next to the charging ports, and then I would use those charging ports, both of them. You know what I mean? Like I would charge stuff, obviously. Yeah, so people just treated me super weird there, like, so that sucked. Like I say, for the most part, showering down in South Carolina for like 2 years was all good because it was so busy and there were so many people. But up here, it was just like people were weird, dude. I don't know. It's where you are, I guess. Um, Having somewhere to put your clothes, like you have some level of organization. So like my trunk was just, you know, my dirty clothes essentially. It was where I would keep my boots, my clean clothes, my dirty clothes basket, and then all my clean clothes would just be allocated into duffel bags. Like this is the sock, underwear, duffel bag. This is the this on you know what I mean. Everything would just be allocated into bags within the trunk of my car. So just having like I only have one dresser, but it's something. Just having somewhere like that my stuff is supposed to go, that I'm not toting around everywhere. That if I needed to go somewhere, yeah, like putting everything in your car sucks. Having to live out of your car sucks. It's potatoes, and it's rough. And I don't know. If you've made it this far, like I'm someone I've done this 3 times. Like I've just ran down to nothing, and then you just start with you pull up your bootstraps, you know, you put your emotional disorder away, you put the drugs down, and you just get in. You just take whatever hard-working job you can find that will let you break your back at because you're hungry. You know, I don't know, but yeah, place to put your clothes. That's nice. Not toting around my dirty laundry all the time, even though it is just sitting in that part of my room. Not toting around my dirty laundry all the time. Not having to get dressed in the car. Like, yeah, not going to. Well, I mean, sometimes it's hot, but I do have an air conditioner. I can just crank that puppy on if I really wanted to. But it is kind of loud and obnoxious, and I'm always trying to conserve money, so I don't leave it on while I'm asleep. You don't need AC when you sleep. Okay, you don't need it. I wake up all the time with nightmares anyway, so it don't make no difference. How well I'm sleeping. I don't sleep well, so yeah. But the heat, being able to regulate the temperature. Living down south, it was so hot. You go to sleep, it's like 90 degrees. It's 90% humidity. You're sweating while you're attempting to sleep, and then you wake up like your shirt's just covered in sweat, and now you have to like swap shirts, and it just sucked. It's not fun. Yeah. So I appreciate that, being able to like swap clothes and being able to regulate my temperature. Like it's hot in this room, but it's hot in this room because this PC is like a small generator. Yeah. So I don't know, but being able to store my stuff. Like I'm gonna spin you around real quick. Hold up. Okay, I'm running into things. All right, you're just gonna have to. All right. But I don't know, like being able to have my collections of things. Yeah, like being able to have my collections of things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh to be very steady with you because like off out of your view you can't see a thing that you're not supposed to be able to see. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that you're not supposed to be able to see. Um, so I had to make sure you couldn't see whatever it was that was in that other room that you weren't actually allowed to see. I had to like check. I was checking your angle from what you could see, and I'm just like, nah, bro, you can't see nothing. You got square eyes, bro. Um, yeah. Somewhere to store all my stuff. Like, I would have a storage locker. So if I found something cool, like a toy or just whatever random stuff at a thrift store that I might find, I would have to then pack it halfway across the state to my storage locker and then put it in there with my storage locker. Or if I needed something from my storage locker, because obviously I couldn't bring everything around with me. If I needed something from my storage locker, I gotta go all the way there to get it. Drive. In my case, it was like 2 hours from where I was like currently living in my car. I was like 2 hours away from my storage locker, so it was almost useless to me. Um, yeah, so just having to constantly drive back and forth to get your own stuff. Um, Hotels and motels uh, are a huge scam. Um, it's pretty messed up in the sense of like if you have a eviction or you don't have a history, like you don't have rental history or you don't have whatever, and you can't rent a place, then you have to go to a hotel or a motel as your next option potentially. And even if it's the cheapest, crappiest hotel that you can find, it's still probably going to be $1,200 a month, which is like probably 2 to 3 times what your crack house apartment would be, right? So like, you're so far just taking an L. Like you can't live there. Like if you do, you're just funneling everything at it, right? And it's not even a nice spot. Like we're for 1,200 in a hotel, like where I used to stay in a hotel in South Carolina for I think it was like $250 a week or something like that. I mean, it was like, bro, at 4 a.m. all the hookers were out, all the drug dealers were out. Like, and I'm not talking like, oh, what are we talking about? Like, everyone just like showed up at the block. Like, no, everyone woke up from their sleep at night in their house because they live in the motel hotels, and then they walked outside to start doing business, right? So it's like my neighbors walked outside to start getting that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not good. It's like you get stuck in a trap if you have to go to a motel hotel thing. Like it's a trap. You've already like up. Like you're already in trouble. Like I don't know. I understand people not being able to live in their car. In some states it's illegal to live in your car, which is fucking crazy because it's like, bro, it's like, well, I didn't want to live here in the first place. you know. Um. Yeah. Just so many things. Being able to regulate your temperature, like I say, being able to store stuff, being able to keep things clean, um, not having insects and flies like constantly harassing you, because you're like whatever, you're in the car and you're sweating and they just want to eat your moisture and poop on you every time they land, so you're just fighting them constantly. And you have a pet jumping spider that lives in your car that you leave him alone because you're like, well, he probably kills some of these motherfuckers for me, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, going further into it, not having a home base, like, it's bad, dude. Like, not having a home base, like, imagine getting off work and not having anywhere to go, or having to be like, well, dude, I gotta go stall out for a couple of hours because I can't go to sleep yet. You know what I mean? And then hopefully when you go to sleep, you don't get harassed or with by somebody. So like, it's just it's rough. Like not having a home base, not having anywhere to store anything, not like, you know what I mean? It's so hard, dude. It's very difficult. Like you can't even you can't even have the same level of emotion out there because you're in them streets, dude. Like you're in them streets. You have to just try not to freak the fuck out. Try not to freak out. Try not to do anything stupid. Like, nobody cares how miserable you are. It doesn't matter how hard your day was in comparison to someone else. Like, nobody just, you know what I mean? Like, it's bad. Like, I don't know. Not being able to shower sucks. Not being able to store stuff. It's just everything. Like, everything about it. Not being able to charge things. Like, you see, dude, I would see, like, drug addicts and stuff, like, they just sit at the car wash. Like, I used to go to Sonic sometimes. Back when I worked at Goodwill and this, and that, and I would go to Sonic at night sometimes because half the time they would mess up my order. So I'd try and get the cheapest thing I could, like a milkshake or whatever, and half the time they mess up my order. But then next door, like at the car wash, people would just be sitting there trying to charge their phone and stuff. And I can see a drug addict from like a mile away. You know what I mean? But yeah. I don't know. I don't know what this going on, dude. There's so many things that are different about living in a house and an apartment. And I was also kind of thinking about like why it's so hard to like house people that are homeless. And part of it is it just feels temporary. It just feels like I'm doing good now. I'm doing okay now. I'm not doing good. I'm actually not doing good at all. But I'm not, everything's not on fire right now. Um, People know, I don't know. It's almost like there's not like a permanence to it, right? Like you're one slip up away from being straight back where you already were, or from just anything, dude. Like whether that be with drugs or mental health or anything, you're just like one poor decision away from being right back where you were. And even if they want to give you free housing and they want to do all this for you, it's not yours. And a lot of the time people don't even want to hand out in the first place. um, I don't know. It's hard to help people who don't want to help themselves. And if you're not sure if you can be helped, then there's just, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I wanted to get this video out of the way. This is gonna sound bad, but I got a long weekend off of work. I've had an absolutely miserable time. It's to the point where I think I'm gonna quit or I'm gonna have to switch shifts. Um, yeah, I just want to do a lot of drugs this weekend, and I'm gonna shave all my hair off tomorrow because that signifies 1 year since I left my house, well, my apartment. Um, Started living on the street for 6-7 months again, then back into the apartment. So July 1st is 1 year, like on whatever June 30th or 31st, however many days are in that whole month. Um, you know, I had to leave my apartment with $500 or $300, and I had no idea where I was going or what I was doing. And now I'm back here, 1 year later. So I don't know, but yeah, like I said, it just sounds bad, but I really just don't want. I wanted to get this video out of the way. I wanted to do it while my hair is like long, and I kind of look the part of being, a homeless man, still, for a short period of time. Yeah, like I said, I literally just want to like get super up right now, and yeah, I really wish that my medication, I wasn't so like, I have a medical card. I wish I wasn't so, I wish I hadn't used it so heavily that like I barely get any effects from it anymore. Cause it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm about to have to go in here and hit it from 5 different angles just to like, you know what I mean? Try and feel something, but that's all I want. I'm so indecisive. I can't figure out what I want to do. I just hooked up my HDMI cable to my TV so maybe I can play an MMO that I don't even really want to play on my TV. Yeah. Fighting depression and demotivation and everything else. But yeah, peace out. Have a good one. I keep looking at myself on the screen instead of looking at the camera. I don't know. I have a really bad time with looking people in the eyes. Like, if we were ever to be in a room together for any reason, probably never gonna look at you. Or if I did look at you, we caught eyes for a second, I ain't looking back up no more. I don't know you. I don't know. Anxiety. But okay, look at nice little. Oh, dude. Yeah. Life was not kind to me, man. 30 years old and it's gone. And it's gone. I haven't had my hair this long in years. All this might be gone tomorrow, depending on how poor of a job I do. I might have to just whack it all off, because if I screw something, I'm gonna whack it all off, just start over fresh. I've messed that up at least twice. So, yeah. So, yeah. Appreciate you watching.